Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Deloitte Women's Premier League show. And you know what guys, it's the penultimate week, the second last episode. So once again, thank you so much for your support of the beautiful game, and also thank you to Deloitte for supporting women's football in Singapore. And today we have two players from the title winning squad. Of course, let's welcome Lila Tan as well as Madelin Locke from Lion City Sailors.
Hello.
And they're also very hotly requested by the fans. So thank you so much for joining me today guys. And also we'll start off first. Congratulations
Thank you.
on the back-to-back championship. So how are you feeling about that, Lila? Maybe we get your thoughts on that.
Honestly, so exciting. Like, the girls played so well and we do deserve this title. So I'm really excited to see what's moving forward, what's in for us as well, yeah.
I feel very honoured to be a part of this team. It has been a great journey, it hasn't been an easy one. And I think it's been really rewarding that we were able to get that title.
Yeah.
And another thing about you both is that you're both multi-talented in your different ways. Like Lila, you're also a model and you play basketball as well. Yeah. So we'll get into that in a bit. But I want to ask you guys as well, what has been the key this season for you at LCS? What has been different? Last year you won as well, but what kept you guys going this season to win another title as well?
I mean, recently, for instance, like we had a lack of players, and like our previous match, we didn't have any substitutes. So I think it's really motivating that, we all want to work hard and we're also determined to do well. Yeah.
I think the fact that we were able to adapt, like Lila said, the season really didn't go as planned because there were many injuries and players had to travel overseas. So I think that the fact that we were able to stick together was the reason why we were able to push through.
Yeah.
When you guys played against Alberts and you won, I overheard the word bubble tea. So, so how are you guys going to be celebrating this title, and what's that whole notion of bubble tea? Can you share with me?
Okay, I'll do it. Because basically when players come late, we get fined, and so this money is gonna go to bubble tea after season,
which is really rewarding.
Yeah.
So apart from that, what's the plan? I know Coach Shian has been really instrumental, but how is she off the pitch as well to you guys? Has she been helpful, Lila?
Yeah, I mean, she's really motivating, and if you're doing something that she's not exactly satisfied with, she will let you know. So you always improve as a player, which is what I really respect about her.
And Madelin?
Yeah, I think she's the main reason why we won, because she was able to come up with really straightforward and specific plans for each game. Yeah, based on our situation, and she gives us all the confidence that we can win.
Nice. I'm sure everyone wants to know a little bit about your story, how you got started in football. So Lila, I'll start with you first.
I mean, I have 3 younger brothers, and we come from a very sport-orientated family. My dad loves football, so gradually I started playing with my brothers, and then I joined like a boys club, and then I played for school, and I guess that just progressed onto me still playing on today. Yeah.
So
a national team as well for you, so it's like, it's a long way up.
It's been a while.
For you?
My older cousin played football, and so I was like 6, and I just used to kick the ball around with him. And so then I asked my parents if I could play for fun, and there was like this free program, like grassroots program, and then I got scouted from there, and then here I am today.
Speaking of scouted, Madelin, I'm going to ask you again because I know that you also play basketball for Singapore national team, which is amazing actually. So what happens if you get called up for either one? What's going to be your pick?
I think it really depends on where I am in life.
Careful what you do.
Because next year I'm going to junior college and I'm a DSA student, so I have commitments to the team. And of course I'm taking my A-levels, and so I think it really depends on when I get called up and for which sport, and then I'll decide when the opportunity arises.
So do you prefer basketball or football?
That's a really tough pick. I think actually it depends on the team. Depends on which team I'm playing for. I think I enjoy both games. I think they're both amazing games, and I think the environment and my teammates are really what makes it so special for me.
Nice. Teammates like Lila.
Yeah. Like Lila.
Off the pitch, Lila, back to you. You also are a model. We've seen you on social media and everything. So I just want to ask you, what do you enjoy about football and modeling? What are some of the similarities if you could share?
I mean, I guess for both aspects, it's an outlet to express your creativity, which I love. It provides you with that platform for you to do what you want. So in a way, both are very different, but very similar as well. Yeah.
How similar, like in terms of what you need to like showcase to people, or?
Yeah, I guess there's a certain expectation that you would have to show people and showcase, and also live up to that expectation, which can often be hard, but I guess that's what's similar for both.
So moving on to Madelin, I mean, you scored a fantastic goal against Albirex, you know. I mean, a lot of people were talking about it on social media. So can you just walk us through that moment and how you feel about contributing to the team in such a way?
So I really think it was a case of right place at right time. And Lila actually started the play by winning the ball, and then she played it to Kara, who played it like right in front of me. And at that time, I didn't have any pressure on myself because I didn't think I would score. I was just like focused on winning the game, and so I was just in the moment and I didn't think about it, and it just happened. And like it felt like amazing. It felt so exhilarating, and I'm so glad I got to contribute.
Nice. You know, speaking of contribution, I wanted to ask you both as well about someone who has inspired you, like could it be a favorite footballer or a teammate or just someone in football in Singapore or anywhere. Maybe Lila, for yourself?
Well, I reckon you hear this a lot, but Sam Kerr, like I love her. Like she's such an inspiration on the field, especially. Like I really want to implement her confidence in my play. Yeah.
Sam Kerr, she did really well as well for Australia at the World Cup. Didn't really play the first few games, but she came back and there was a lot of like excitement. And Sam Kerr as well for you? Is there a specific reason why?
Well, I really think it was the semi-final game that really like made me think, wow, this player is something special, because it was almost like a dire situation for Australia, but that goal was so electric, and like everyone could feel the adrenaline even though we weren't there.
You know, let's go into a very important topic, not just in football, but I think in general, and that's mental health in football and sports. So maybe Lila, I can start with you. You know, it's such a crucial aspect of an athlete's life, right? So how do you prioritize your mental health, especially, you know, women's football, not exactly the easiest space to be in the world. So, you know, your thoughts on that, how do you actually manage that and all the expectations?
Right, I actually really appreciate this question. I think, as we all know, mental health is regarded as quite a taboo in our society. So I think it's important for us to all have like our safe, healthy outlet, whether that's someone we feel safe to talk to, or whether that's simply journaling in your diary, whatever it is, it's important to have that outlet for you to express yourself. Yeah.
Madelin, for yourself?
I think mental health is often overlooked because players always focus on being physically ready, but as the saying goes, it's all in your head. So I think in order to be able to play well, you have to make sure that you have your mental health sorted out. And to do that, I think sometimes you just have to remember why you're playing, because you love the sport and not because of all the expectations that come upon you. So yeah, having an outlet, as Lila said, is a good way to like relax and like focus.
Thanks for sharing. And how is like Lion City Sailors, you know, like as a club to work for? Are they supportive in terms of that, in terms of the kind of support you get mentally and off the pitch as well? Because they are, I think, one of the clubs in Singapore that is very successful in terms of supporting, you know, the men's team. But what about the women's team?
I wasn't personally there. I'm not sure if you were there, but at the start of the season, if I'm not wrong, there was a therapy session that was held where our sports trainer actually provided us with like a questionnaire that we had to complete on a daily basis. So I guess in that aspect, that really helped our team.
Yeah.
Were you there for the meeting?
No, I don't think I was there because we were overseas.
Yeah, we were overseas.
Okay, that's good to know that they're doing that, because another club who has apparently done well in mental health is also Tampines Rovers.
Yeah,
so shout out to them for that, you know. I hope that more clubs in Singapore, you know, continue to prioritize mental health as well, because women's football, I think, especially needs that, you know, in terms of the stresses that come with it. All right, so a little bit about what you guys would like to see in the Deloitte Women's Premier League next season. I know I keep hearing scoreboard. That's the basic, I know. But what else would you like to see? Maybe Madelin, you can share.
So I think there are two things. So firstly, live streaming.
Yes.
Because I remember last season when like the younger girls weren't part of the women's team yet, but we were overseas and we were able to watch that you guys versus I think Albirex or one of the games, and it felt it felt great to be able to watch them overseas. So I think that would be it would be a great addition because, like, for example, our UTR teammates who would want to watch us play. So this would be helpful. And secondly, maybe the fact that sometimes, this might not be possible, but the scheduling, because sometimes our games clash with the men's games. And so then, like, the crew aren't able to be in two places at once, or they have to rush. So if we're able to, like, change the scheduling or, like, sort something out, that would be good. Yeah.
Okay, great point. So hopefully FAS, listens to it, because we've been asking as well.
Please.
Lila, for yourself?
I agree with Mad, and I think on top of that, in order for all of that to happen, we need more support and more awareness. Because I know a lot of people don't actually know there's a women's league in Singapore, so I do hope that people can, support us a little more in regards to that.
All right, now we're moving on to the most difficult opponent for you guys this season. You've played, a myriad of opponents, but I just want to know the most difficult opponent and also the best player you played with and against.
Okay, I'll go first. So, for me, personally, it would definitely be the Tanjong Pagar match.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because the stakes were so high and tensions were high. We were missing players, and it was really a close fight.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole game, and we weren't given any breathing space, and it was only in like the 87th minute that Wani scored that penalty.
Yeah.
And yeah, for me the toughest opponent would definitely be Manami. Yeah, because I had the job of man marking her, and despite me following her throughout the entire game, she was still able to get away and still able to make for her teammates, and she was just very crafty and agile, and so yeah, it was really a great experience to play against her.
Shout out to Tanjong Pagar, as well. Lila, for yourself, which has been the toughest?
I think same as Mad. I think someone that I really enjoyed playing against was Farah. I watched her play like not too young, but I played with her for the national team.
Yes.
And then seeing her play like in the league, it's different and it's really interesting. And she's a really good striker, I believe. Striker, right?
Yes,
she plays, yeah.
And she also scored for the national team as well recently.
Yes,
So she's a really good player. And hopefully we'll see more, not just from her, but all the other players as well. A little bit about, a player besides these two who has, when you mentioned Farah, but is there anyone within LCS that you look up to or you're inspired by, or that you really enjoy playing with, Yeah. Maybe Madelin?
So for me, it would be Sarah Hadachuk.
You're just stealing all my answers.
I'm sorry, man. Because not only is she an amazing centre back, like I wouldn't want to cross her. Like if I were the opponent, I'm so happy I'm on her team. She brings such great energy to our team, and especially when we lack players, I think she just carries the entire team spirit, and she's able. I feel so safe with her at the back because she can command our entire team and just like reassure me on what I'm doing.
And Sarah, of course, was on the show and she was with a different team. Now I've seen her doing really well as well. You guys, Lila, is it also Sarah for you guys? Because she seems like a leader, right? On the pitch, I see her with all the motivational talk. Like, has she been like that with you guys as well?
Yeah. So despite her being someone that just joined, I think she really integrated really well in our team, and she's so optimistic. Like, she really brings a new energy onto the squad that we don't have, that we're lacking of. So it's really good to see that. And I also want to mention Wani. Like, she's an amazing player, and she's really quiet, but you can always depend on her on the field. Yeah, so I really like playing with her as well.
All right, Lila and Madelin, thank you so much for joining me today. And you know what we always do every episode is that we get you guys to leave a message for your fans and your followers. So we'll start with Lila first, the camera over there.
Well, nothing corny. I just want to say thank you for all the support and hope that we can still see you supporting us next year moving onwards.
Okay, so thank you for, as Liz said, thank you for all your support, and I really appreciate you guys being like the 12th player on our team, because whenever we get tired, but we can hear you guys, your chants, and we know that you're supporting us, and after we win the game, it's so rewarding to be able to know that you guys were supporting us throughout.
Yay! Really shout out to the crew. Let's give them a round of applause. Really helping women's football in Singapore. And once again, congratulations to both of you for winning the Deloitte Women's Premier League title. And enjoy the title, guys.
Thank you.
And of course, I just want to say thank you as well to Deloitte for supporting women's football in Singapore. And of course, we'll see you for the finale where we gather all some of the best players in the league together. My name is Ash and I'll see you guys next time.